Hi and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to focus on the Griffin family line. We will start with Edna Pearl Griffin, my maternal great-grandmother, who was born in 1900 in the small gold mining town of Alder, Montana. She was the second of two children born to Frank Harris Griffin and Lillian File. Frank came to the area sometime after 1881, and Lillian came to the area in 1869 with her family via a covered wagon. Both of Lillian's parents were born in Germany. The tailings piles from the huge gold dredges can still be seen in the valley today, as seen by this satellite picture. George Frew, my great-grandfather, was born a short distance away in Sheridan, Montana. Shortly after World War I, George and Edna were married, and they had two children, Vera and Dixie. Lillian, Edna's mother, had been a widow twice over before she married Frank. When Lillian married Frank, 5 of her 6 children were still alive. Frank and Lillian were married in 1896. At some point, Frank left the family and moved to Canada. The 1906 Canadian census shows Frank was living in Alberta. The family story was he left for Canada to run his family's farm. But his family was from Quebec, not Alberta. In 1909, Frank had filed for a homestead application in Alberta. In both the 1906 census and the 1909 application, he lists himself as a widow. In 1915, Frank died in Champion, Alberta, Canada. At the time of her passing, she was living with her son Sylvester in Madison, Montana. Lillian died in 1940. Lillian's second husband was Erskine Pierce, who fought in the Civil War. It was said that he was related to President Franklin Pierce, but I've not found any connection at this point. Now, turning back to Frank, he listed his parents as Henry Thomas Griffin and Mary Radahan on his marriage license. Verbal family history said Frank was French-Canadian, which in their mind meant he was of Indian descent, which turns out not to be the case. I eventually located Frank's church baptism records, which lists his birth in a small town just outside of Montreal, Canada. Further research into the records from the same church yielded 2 more generations. Henry Thomas Griffin's father was Henry Griffin, Esquire, and his father was Robert Griffin. The latter 2 Griffins were very successful businessmen in Montreal. Robert Griffin was born in London, England, so he was the first one to come to the New World of the Griffin family. The DNA tests from my mother match another descendant of the Griffin family. This is as far as I can verify names going back in time, so we'll end our story here.